Welcome back to my off-grid series where my wife and I have bought a raw piece of acreage in Northern Australia with no grid utilities like water, waste or electricity. Well, a few months back we completed the workshop build and now we need to install a solar powered lithium battery system that can provide decent power to power all our workshop tooling. So in this video I'll take you through from the very beginning until we turn the switch on and actually got some power out of the system. So at the moment we're just getting by with these mobile solar panels, 250 watts there, and I've got this guy here, that's just 190 watts, so we're just charging up our bits and pieces using all that. I've got to say, when starting out building a big system like this, it was fairly intimidating. Well, I did a bit of research online and ended up buying some batteries. These are 3.2 volt lithium iron phosphate batteries, 280 amp hours EV batteries, and I bought these online. Use 16 of these little individual batteries, connect them up in series and you get yourself a 48 volt battery system. Just back from a big trip driving from Atherton through to Cairns. That's probably about an hour and a half or so. We picked up all our solar panels and the racking system, wire, etc. Next job is to put together that big solar system on the roof of the shed. Cool. Nice. Okay. These panels are massive.
Yeah, how are you going to get them up on the roof? We're going to have to hire one of those things, cherry picker things.
Well, with the build you have to start somewhere, and so I decided to build the power wall with all the inverters, solar charge controllers and all those bits of jazz on there. That's on. I don't know, I don't know, I don't know, I don't know. Maybe up a little bit higher. I've also got a bit of electrical experience. I'm not a qualified electrician, so I can do all the DC stuff on this build here, put the solar panels on and wire up to the solar charge controller, but a friend of mine who's a qualified electrician, Tim Lawton, he came along near the end of the build and helped me with all the 240 volt installation side of it, keep it all nice and legal. Here I'm just putting in the Cerbo GX, which is the brains of all the Victron gear. It helps all the components talk to each other and it helps you to monitor your battery systems and things like that. See what's actually going on in your system. Get in there. Don't come back. Now I've got a multimeter here and I think it's really wise to check that you've got the right cables here because everything's hidden behind the wall, so I'm just going to check what's what, and that one there is the right cable so I can get my strings all in one. Okay, that's a positive. And male MC4, this guy here. So just slide the collar over, that's the locking collar. I normally start the terminal thing in the crimper, just makes it easy for you, and main thing you got to make sure is you don't crimp down on the insulation. Again, do a pull check and slide him over. See how it slips around? When it's the right tension, this is open-ended, so the jaws open out and it just slips off. You don't need it any tighter than that. Okay, number one. I've I've got no solar hooked into here just yet, but even still, even if I did, this would all be isolated to be off, which would be down like that. Got to give a shout out to my mother and father-in-law here, Michael and Gloria. They came up just to relax for a couple of nights, sit by the campfire, but I had other ideas and I got them and recruited them onto the solar build up there. So thank you, Michael and Gloria, for this. Got 2 up there, 10 to go. Up evenly. Bloody hot day here, and thanks to Michael, he actually got these panels up. It's a bit of a job. 12 390 watt Hyundai solar panels. These are the shingled back things, shingled cells. So hopefully they'll all be functional and do the job for me. When was the last time you were on your best behaviour? Never.
Certainly does come out pretty, I've got to go there.
Talking about you or the toast?
Well, I'm always pretty.
You have some ice cream, you could pretend to waffle.
I don't know ice cream. What's the matter?
I'll tell you what,
I won't know.
when it comes to waffle,
Yeah, waffling on. I'm very good at that.
get in my belly. What do you think of the rabbit, Noah? You like rabbit? This morning, before it gets too hot, I'm running the cabling here. So I'm running 3 in series, and then another 3 in series. So, and then I parallel those 3. But I do that again because there's 12 sets of panels. So, and ready to run the long cable up to the combiner box up there, the isolation box. Oh my goodness. The BMS is attached to the wall. Now for all the battery connection and BMS cables. Important thing to note, I have put some insulation tape over my ratchet. I don't want to short this out on the battery terminals, that would be terrible. So this is 35mm cable, this one here, nice big fat copper cable. So here we go, and I'll put some black heat shrink on this guy. Okay. I've got Tim over there, he's standing there, he's the expert. Making sure
I'm just thinking you might need a hand.
It's got, chuck your hand on that, mate. I think it's all okay.
Right, I'll grab hold of that.
No, I'll just walk away now. You're good?
Yeah, it's all done. Finished. Magic.
All right. Let's see how that is. Looking good there, Tim. What up? Oh, nice bird. So not only did Tim come up to give me a hand putting the solar system together and do all the 240 volt wiring, he actually bought a couple of lamb shanks and he cooked us dinner as well. So you're a good bloke, Tim. Thank you very much for all your good help and for the great feed too. No, you don't need your safety shoes, Tim. You can still work in your thongs and that's okay.
Yeah,
By me.
it's all isolated, safe. Okay. What's this one? We find out they're better isolation resistance than the work boots.
Alright Tim, here's the moment of truth. Main breaker, ready?
Yep.
No smoke. See some lights flashing across here.
Yep.
Okay, so says you can see a battery here, 58.8 volts. Ready to flick the solar on?
Yep.
One array at a time.
On bulk.
Let's go into bulk. Oh, I can see some solar coming in, that's great. Let's flick the other array on. Alright, very, very cloudy day today, so we're getting between 1100 and 1600 watts coming into that battery. It's fantastic. Now I'm just going to get onto the YouTubes here and get onto Will Prowse's channel. Now he's got a really good video on how to set up the Victron, the MPPT, all the lithium parameters. Saves me looking up a manual, so that's what I'm going to do just now. Just jump on the back of Will's hard work. Thanks, Will. Just going to turn the kettle on here. So stuff I need to finish off, I'm not going to do it in this trip, but I'm going to put perspex around the battery case there, that bench, so you can't accidentally put some metal across its contacts. Tidy up the shunt, tie off a few of the cables, and put some clamps and things on all the cables just to make them a bit neater, a bit more tucked in. Tim, I couldn't have done this without you, mate, with all your advice and help. I really appreciate you coming in,
No worries.
especially and your days off or your time, your precious time, and you come and give me a hand, so I really appreciate it. What were you saying about messy electricians?
Yeah, flicking wire everywhere.
Shocking things. Tim, the tool man, we'll go have a look at his van in a second. He's struck out there and he's done a really, really great job here. Thank you.
No worries at all.
You got a YouTube channel?
Tim's Travel and Camping. There's
So-
the smaller one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Worth having a look at.
No worries.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks very much, mate.
Catch up.
Cheers, eh?
Yep.
Well, I don't know what this looks like to you. Perhaps a bunch of squiggly wires running everywhere and just all mumbo jumbo, but to me it's a really big deal. Self-sufficient power, solar power coming off the roof from the sun, feeding the batteries and sending it around the shed so I can use my tools and appliances, my saws and welders and stuff like that. So that's something that's really significant. There's a lot of hard work in putting something like this together, a lot of thought, and I couldn't have done this without the helps of people like Tim Lawton with the expertise and the qualifications as well. So that's it, that's my power system. I'm very, very happy with it. I hope you enjoyed the video. I know it's probably one of them technical ones, but love to see you in the comments, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Your beauty.